Hi guys, today I just want to talk about Google Classroom and how you can edit Google Docs that the teacher has assigned as homework. So I'm just going to click here on the sample class here. I've opened the application Google Classroom on my phone and I'm now on the home stream page of my Google Classroom. So you can see here there's a new assignment has been put up, which is Wednesday's plant cell investigation write-up. I'm going to click on that. And I'm just going to read the details there quickly. So 10th of September is when this is due. It's at 4 o'clock. And I know I can't submit after that time. It says see the Google Doc attached and complete the write-up. So we can see here there's a report that has been attached. So I'm going to click on that report and see what happens. Now this seems to be opening up something. So once this opens up, I'm going to click this pencil icon so that I can actually edit it myself. Now, depending on the type of phone that you're using, especially if you're using a newer phone, you should be able to edit this directly and fill out the boxes in front of you. But if you're using an older phone like the one that's right in front of me now, then unfortunately you have to kind of go around this a little bit indirectly. And how you would do that here is either use the pencil icon, the pen icon, or use the text box icon. Now I think the text box icon is probably a little bit more suitable for this. So here, if I click on this, we can see a text box has come up and the keyboard here in front of me as well. So I'm just going to type out we'll say a pretend name here. We'll call it Sean. Okay. Now Sean has come up and clearly I can't really see much what's going on here. So I'm going to click this button here to get rid of the keyboard. And we can see here Sean fits the box but not perfectly. So I'm going to click this resize button to try and make this smaller so it'll fit the box there a little bit better. And you can see now that's a little bit of a better fit. If I want to move on to the next page, I have to click this arrow here. So the next page here we can see is title, date, hypothesis, apparatus, and method. So I'm going to try and fill that out again. So I'm going to click this button here to create a text box. And I'm going to fill out the title here. So the title we're going to call it is to view an onion cell under the microscope. Okay. Now again, the size of that obviously is much too big, so I get to click this resize button and resize this down. Now unfortunately, I don't know why this doesn't work, but you can't create this to go lengthways. So I'm just going to have to put it over the text box there roughly where it should go, and the teacher will be able to see it on his own file then. So I'll just do another one here, the date. So the date here, I'm just going to put down when the date it would be due. So the 10th of the 9th, and we'll call this 20. And again, you can see here, I can't see much of what's going on. I'm going to press this arrow to get rid of this, click the resize button, and I'm going to try and fit it into the space I want it to fit into, which is here. Okay. So you'd work through that there. The method is probably the part which is going to become a little bit messy. So we'll just practice with the method there a second. You can see here, I can't really see much of what's going on. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to start writing. So the first thing here that we would talk about here in terms of the method here would be, well, place a drop of water on the slide using a dropper or pipette. I'm going to put a full stop, and now normally I would put this as a bullet point, but there's no bullet point option here on this phone, so I'm going to click the space and give myself a space between every sentence. The next point I'm going to say here is that I'm going to peel a thin layer of onion and place on the droplet. And you can see the autocorrect here is coming up as well. Now I can't really see what's going on here now at all, so I'm going to click this arrow option and see can I resize this to make it a little bit easier. So the resize button, and I'm going to lower this down. Now I want to continue writing my method, and what I need to do here is go back to the text option and click on this. Okay, double click, press the space and start writing again. So the next thing I'm going to say here is that I'm going to lower the cover slip at a 45-degree angle. Okay, and you could say slowly. Right, so that you get the idea here. If you click this button again, you could resize it again. So resize, and I'm going to pretend now for a second I've done this. Okay, and I don't know why that doesn't drag to the right. It is what it is. But you can just try and fit into the space provided then your method Okay, so it's not perfect, but it works, and I can view it and I can correct it. You can see here, again on a newer phone, what you'd normally do is you just click here, and there would be an insert option to upload your label diagram, so your drawing that you took of your experiment. Now that option isn't available to us here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to skip on, complete everything else. So I'm just going to finish up with the conclusion there, for example. So I'll just drag this up. What I can say here is, let's say, for example, iodine showed the plant cells, cells more clearly under the microscope. Okay, and opposed, you could say opposed to the plant cells without iodine. Okay, and now again that needs to be resized, so I click this, I can click out of it, or I can click the button that was there down the bottom left. I'm going to click the resize option, and I'm going to make it smaller so that I can fit into my conclusion section. Now I'm going to show you a way to get around the fact that you can't upload the photos directly to this document. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this. So I have to click these three dots here and click save. And that will save it now onto my Google Drive, so that it's available to the teacher. And the teacher can actually view this to see that you've done the work. But it doesn't, when the teacher looks at it, however, it doesn't look like you've actually submitted the work. So what you have to do here is to pull up this arrow here. Now you can see you have the option here to hand this in, your edited report. And you also have the option of adding an attachment. So if I've taken a photo of my write-up that I have drawn out, I can click this add attachment button. I can go down to, let's see, there's a take photo, there's record or file. So I want a file. Okay, now I want to get out of Adobe Scan because it's not an Adobe Scan, but it is under photos. So let's go under images, and it's on the camera. Here it is. And you can see here this is being uploaded now so that the teacher will be able to view my drawing. Okay, I'm just going to wait for that to upload. Now as that's uploading, I suppose ideally we wouldn't be working in with older smartphones in today's age, but if they're the only option available to us, then absolutely they can work. Okay, so that's uploaded now, and I'm just going to click hand in so the teacher can see the work, and hand in. Now I expect this is going to bring me back. No, it's not, so I'm going to click out of this now a second, and let's just go to our assignments to see have I done it. I have. So Wednesday's assignment has been completed on quite an old smartphone, guys. So this just shows that if you apply yourself, then you can absolutely get over the tech issues on your phone. I suppose the other alternative to this is if it's taking too long to fill out the document using your phone, you could use Adobe Scan and take a scan of your write-up, having written it out on a hardback copy. Okay, so thanks for listening. That is how to use Google Classroom and Google Docs together.